All right, welcome. So, my husband and I, Matt,
Hello.
have been playing with Cricut Infusible Ink, which is great fun. We started out buying good, it's recording. We started out buying some blanks that Cricut puts out. So we have a coaster. We applied some things on the coaster, and it turns out beautifully if you use the Cricut standard materials. They have like T-shirts and other things too. With the pens, but we also wanted to branch out and see what else we could do. Just a quick rundown on Infusible Ink, if you're new to this product, is it's an ink that if you draw on a polymer-like substance, like plastics, then it will, if you heat it up, it will sublimate into the plastic and become permanent or one with the plastic. So we were wondering, since things have to be coated in plastic, we wanted to play with a whole bunch of different materials. So the different materials we have are subway tile, just squares of acrylic, MDF, medium density fiberboard that has a white coating on top of it from Home Depot, white Baltic birch that we just bought on Amazon, and just some sheet metal. We got these little tags at Michael's. We also, because they have to be coated for the ink to go in, we did a variety of coatings. So we have untreated materials, sanded materials, clear enamel materials from just cheap old Rust-Oleum, and also high performance enamel, also Rust-Oleum, and a Krylon white spray paint matte, and a plastic dip. All of these you can buy from Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, just easy to get your hands on. And then we just applied them to those different substances just to see how it would turn out. And these are our results. The untreated, as expected, did pretty poorly, but surprisingly did apply somewhat to the materials. The acrylic, it did all right, and the one thing that is kind of a rock star with this is the white MDF, which is this stuff. Applies pretty cleanly. And the wood does pretty well, and the middle is just almost non-existent. I should explain the experiment setup. On the experiment, where'd that paper go? Oh, up here. So you can see the layout of it. In the top of the material, Cricut put kind of like the vinyl that you can buy from Cricut. You have sheets that you can just cut out and apply. We drew these stars with an infusible ink pen using the Cricut machine and transferred it. And then we just drew directly onto the material. And on the bottom, we compared it to Sharpie.
Here's an example of the star material that was applied by taking these sheets, turning them upside down on top of the material, and applying 400 degrees Fahrenheit.
And those sheets, by the way, that he's referring to are just laser paper.
Laser paper, regular laser paper. These are the sheets that you can buy from Cricut. Obviously this one has been marred. And you can get this Cricut Infusible Ink sheet, cut out a section using your Cricut or using hand scissors if you prefer, and apply that to your materials. But you must of course do it upside down. So keep that in mind.
So mirror your image. It works just like heat transfer vinyl. All right, so just a quick rundown. You can see how the untreated materials fared. This is the subway tile we did nothing to. This is the acrylic that we did nothing to. This is the MDF we did nothing to. This is the plain wood we did nothing to, and the middle. Then we have just the sanded materials, and it's sanded because we made a mistake, by the way, but what the heck. Sanded, no, didn't apply very well. Kind of applied, actually. Applied pretty well to just the plain wood. And the metal didn't really apply at all. In fact, it started rusting pretty quickly. The clear enamel did actually decently on the tile. And it got really blotchy and nasty on the acrylic. It wouldn't adhere at all. It did okay on the white MDF. okay on the wood, but it made the paper stick and wouldn't clean up. So I guess no, it doesn't even work that well. But the sheets, no, it didn't work overall. And again, kind of nastified on the metal. The white enamel spray does okay with receiving color, but it peels on the tile. And again, it's kind of gummy and nasty on the acrylic, gummy and nasty on the white MDF, gummy and nasty on the wood. Actually, the wood has a chance of not being gummy and nasty, so there's a chance that that's a good fit. It just did get gummed up. And then did not do well on the metal. The white matte spray, again, kind of gummy nasty on the tile, gummy nasty on the acrylic, excuse me, gummy nasty on the white MDF, and gummy nasty on the Baltic birch, and gummy nasty on the steel tags. So lots of failures, but in the next video we'll post the ones that actually were surprising successes and bode well. These were all the materials we used. We used the Easy Press, which makes it really, well, easy because it's heavier and it heats up very hot and consistent. We use the Cricut Maker, but the Cricut Explorer also works very well. And this right here are just some other kind of random things that we tried. I took a pen and I doodled on my pet egg, and I took just a heat gun. And you can see the difference here on the Infusible. It worked really well. It's permanent. I even tried putting alcohol on it, and the Sharpie is rubbed off really well, and when you put alcohol on it, it goes away. So on some plastics, you can even use a heat gun if you draw right on it, and it will go in. And those are, Cricut also has some other materials. They have these shirts that you can do, and they're great. If you'll notice, one thing on the results that overall tends to show up better than most are these infusible ink sheets. They seem to, even on substances that are kind of gummy and nasty, if you put a sheet on it, it smooths it out, it takes the color. So I don't know, they seem to be really awesome.